global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Today, the Miyettiallah opened up and made some very strong statement, which I call revelation, telling Nigerians that Nigeria as a country was founded by the Fulanis, and the Fulanis are going to rule this country forever. And guess what? It has provoked a lot of reactions from different quarters. But right now, Muric, that's the Muslim Right Concern national president, had also opened up and said one or two things. But it's really shocking that his manner of approach to this statement made by Miyettiallah chairman, it's not as the usual Muric. You know, we know the way they react to things. They are always very, they will condemn it in strong terms and make you realize the reason why they are condemning it. But it's so shocking that this time around, it's a serious plea on their part, telling the Miyettiallah chairman to see how he can, if he had said those words, how he can cancel it. So, but let me just give you the background of what he said. The Muslim Right Concern Muric rejected a statement credited to Miyettiallah, in which the group allegedly said that Fulani will rule forever. We call on, according to him, he said, we call on Miyettiallah to confirm or deny the alleged statement. We affirm that Nigeria belongs to no particular tribe and every ethnic group has a stake in the Nigerian project. Leadership is therefore not the birthright of any ethnicity. We appeal to Nigerians to ignore the statement allegedly made by Miyettiallah and to allow the group to make clarification. We call on leaders to avoid divisive, explosive, and provocative statement. We strongly suspect that the alleged statement is either a product of false news or that the real statement has been deliberately distorted, or that Miyettiallah leader had been inadvertently misquoted. This is why a clarification is necessary at this point. Muric will continue to stand for justice, fairness, and equal right to no matter whose org is God. Stability, peace, and prosperity is in every part of Nigeria is the major concern of the Muslim Right Concern Muric. Neither shall we favor one tribe over another. Professor Sh0cked, Director, Muslim Right Concern. Well, that was the letter and that was their reaction. But this time around, it's so cool. Not the normal thing that we have been saying. We've been seeing them say, and especially when it concerns issues that have to do with IPOB or maybe Oduduwa Republic. Few days ago, about 5 days ago, they came out and talking about the so-called Professor Akintola came out and accused the Yorubas that they are intending to make use of Omotekun to propagate or to make real their proposed Oduduwa Republic, and warn in strong terms that the Muslim in the southwest will not be a part of that. He was so stern about it, and that's why everyone is so surprised that this time around this man is really cool, and he's not been so active as we always known them to be. Some people even call them thunder. Some people say that they are always thunderous in their own statement, and most Nigerians are not really happy at the way that Akintola have reacted. That it's really not the way he normally react to issues of this form. But all the same, let's just look at what he is calling an alleged statement, because before you can stand in for someone or talk about one being inadvertently misquoted and all of that. It must have been that this person have a precedent, at least maybe his past reaction, his past statement always connote peace, always connote one Nigeria, always connote, togetherness and the likes. If you look at far back when this guy started talking, I'm talking about Bodejo, who is the national chairman of Miyettiallah. If you look at most of the statements he has made in the past, it has always, for me, this is strictly for me, sometimes it's founded on pride. You see that reaction, you see him reacting to things, and you just know that this man is so proud of the fact that he is not just in Nigeria, but he's a Fulani person, and he knows that truly they are in charge. He has never for once been sorry over anything. I've never really seen him come out to say, oh, in respect to this thing, this is our standpoint. He's always at the offensive at all times. So for them to say that they are not so sure that this statement is made by Miyettiallah, it's so surprising, because the past does not really, it justify such statement. That it's so shocking that Muric will be pleading this time around, because that is one thing I really noticed. They are pleading, and they are even trying to make excuses for Miyettiallah, making other people, those who are the carriers of the news, they said that what they had written, the likes of the Daily Post and on other newspaper, making them look as if they are actually fake. But I believe that this statement, for me, it looks like it's so real. That's why when it was rolled out, everybody tends to believe it, because it looks exactly like the statement Miyettiallah will likely say. But Muric, what I saw there is that they don't want to offend the Fulani guys. And Akintola, it's very careful with his choice of words. I'm talking about Professor Akintola, who is the director of Muric. He's very careful with his choice of word. It seems as if he doesn't even want to hurt these guys. From where he's coming from, you can see that he's really begging and trying to dash strong words to other people that they are this, that they are that, it's fake news and all of that. But but right now I'm just imagining if it was maybe an Afenifere, that member of Afenifere that said it, or possibly IPOP that said it, or possibly any other person from any ethnic group, or let's just go towards Khan. Yes, maybe Christian Association of Nigeria open up and say something as strong as this, that Nigeria was actually founded or was actually found by Christian, and Christians are meant to take over come 2023. What you will hear from Muric will be unthinkable. It will be unbelievable. It will be like breathing fire and brimstone. The reactions will be so tough, and you will know that he's really out for war. But this time around, it's so different, and people are really surprised what is actually happening. And most persons are actually, condemning the Yoruba tribe. This guy, Professor Akintola, is actually a Muslim Yoruba guy, and most people are really condemning. They say, well, that's how Yorubas are. But I don't think it's right for us to go towards that direction. But we have to look at Akintola as a person and talk to him as a person. But for me, as much as he is waiting to hear clarification from the Miyettiallah, it's somehow okay, but at the same time, it's good enough for you to stand and make strong declarations about this issue, because it's really hurting. And guess what? With what has just happened, it shows that in the nearest future, the Fulanis may not be given a chance to rule Nigeria again if we still exist as one entity. Because based on what we have seen thus far, they are really capitalizing on the fact that the person at the helm of affair is a Fulani guy, and they're doing things just the way they like. Because some people believe it never happened in the days of Jonathan, but guess what? These guys were not reckless this way when Jonathan was on board. To some extent, they controlled the way they spoke. Even the mayhem that we have seen thus far caused by Fulani headsmen had never been like this in the days of Jonathan. Reason was because they were not sure what would be the reaction of the president towards any kind of mishap that they will cause in the country. But right now, being that they are at the hem of affairs, their reaction or their attitude is so pompous, and it's really not just pompous alone, but very offensive to Nigeria. They just do things the way they like. Imagine the claims. If you had listened to that news, you see this thing in our description. I'm talking about the link in our description. If you listen to the words he said, it was so surprising. They use strong words like that the Miyettiallah or the Fulani guys have no concern with trying to liaise with any lawmaker about setting up their security outfit. What they know is that they are the owners of Nigeria, and they have the right to do anything as at the time they want. They went further to say other strong words. It's best you just watch this thing in our feed. You hear things for yourself, saying things that like, hey, all the bushes belong. How can we have to ask questions before we take over bushes? Is it are we to take excuses from the animals? Don't you know that this is Nigeria, and everybody have the right to settle any way they so much desire and all of that? And I begin to ask question, is that what is happening over where they are? Of course, no, that's not what is happening. But these guys just want to prove a point that, hey, come on, we are in charge and there's nothing anybody can do. Muric reaction, it's really shocking to all Nigerians. But all the same, we are waiting to get clarification from Miyettiallah. And let's see what Muric again will say if Miyettiallah comes out to confirm that they actually say those words. But guess what? They are not owing anybody any explanation. We all know their attitude that if they like, they'll react. If they don't like, they can just leave it to die a natural death. All the same, go to our comment section. Do you think that the statement made by Muric towards the statement made by Miyettiallah, it's really a brave one as we expected it to be? Let's interact in our comment section. Thank you.